I'm looking at your latest note, and this could be a random but interesting stat. It's pretty telling, is that of the 90 companies in the restaurant and retail index that you have followed, 72 mentioned inflation and 82, about 90%, mentioned supply issues. That is incredible.
Yes, absolutely. Good morning, Brian. So, the retailers are also warning us not to expect too much from them in the first quarter of this year. So, when we look at the estimated earnings growth rate for the fourth quarter, retailers are expected to see a robust 46% growth in earnings. But then this is expected to drop to the single digits to 2.1% into the first quarter of 2022, which is telling us that we might start seeing the first signs of consumer slowdown in the first quarter. And it's not until the second half of the year that the spending is expected to pick up again into this double digits.
And let's dive into Walmart's numbers in particular, because when the pandemic hit about a year in, everybody started, not everybody, not you, but some people said, well, we'll never go back to the stores. And whenever people start using words like never and always and forever, I tend to run in the other direction, because Walmart's online sales only grew 1%, while in-store traffic rose 3%. My wife works in consumer products. I know this. When people go to the stores, they tend to buy things they did not intend to buy when they walked into the store, unlike maybe shopping online. Is that good news for Walmart and other retailers?
Well, what really stood out yesterday during Walmart's earnings is the fact that mall traffic grew 3.1%, and the membership related to Sam's Club, that membership income grew 9.1%. So this is telling us that they're already getting more market share on top of all that market share they gained over the past 2 years. And on top of that, traditionally Walmart's grocery sales are strong, but this time around also was apparel. So this is telling us that families that traditionally might be buying clothing for their kids at the department store might actually be feeling the pinch already from inflation and are starting to trade down, and not only going to Walmart for staples, but also for this discretionary items.
But is Walmart a good, we like to say it's a tell on retailers because it's the biggest, but I'm not so sure, Jharonne, because Walmart is so big. They've got the pricing power with the companies they buy from. They can keep their input costs a little lower, I think. Tell me if I'm wrong, because they're simply so big. They can bully around the meat companies and the toilet paper companies like Kimberly-Clark in a way that other companies simply cannot. Are they a good read on inflation?
They're really good read on the consumer behavior. What is a good read on inflation, we're going to find out in the next coming weeks as more retailers report earnings. So retailers will be reporting earnings for the fourth quarter ending January. But what we really want is a glimpse of what's already happening in February. We want to know whether consumers are already trading down, if they're losing those customers, or if they're seeing shifts in consumer spending. Consumers have been telling us in the latest consumer confidence report that they are not only very much concerned with inflation, but they're also very much concerned with the fluctuation in the stock market. So as a result, they're definitely more concerned about their future economic situation. This might make them hold back on spending, which is what the Refinitiv data points already for the first half of the year.